All right, Tuesday night in the USFFL, MEGACAST begins. Let's see what we have on tap. 4 games tonight. All right, welcome back. Give me a second here while I get all of our games officially set up then. So let's see. Oh, heavens. All right. Several things at once to make this happen, at least for my slow old mind. So bear with me. All right, so both the links are now out there. Let's go back to here and give me full screen. Back to here. We should be good to go. Come on. Scoreless game here in Seattle. Falcons and Seahawks. Give me a second here while I get a couple of things going for us, including, I want to double check, make sure broadcast is working. Broadcast is working. All right, turn it on. All right, so we should be good to go here. I would like to get the pass rush matchup set up here, but we need to wait to between plays for that to come up. First down carry is 6 yards for Tyler Algier of the Falcons. I think this is the opening drive of the game, maybe. Indeed it is. And a good one so far for Atlanta. 5 plays, 52 yards. They already have 3 first downs. The Falcons are 2nd and 4 at the Seattle 23 right now. Falcons are coached by Chris Kaufman, a rookie coach here in the USFFL this year. Back to pass is his quarterback and brought down. Sack on the play. Al Woods with a sack for 6 yards. Mariota brought to the turf, sets up 3rd down and 10 at the Seattle 29-yard line. Falcons more of a running team by nature, splitting out 3 wide receivers here on this 3rd down. Drake London in the slot. Nickel blitz here from the Seahawks. Mariota out of the pistol. Still waiting on the play call here. 3rd and 10. And on this third down play call, we've got a screen pass. Cordell Patterson. And there's a 9-yard pickup. There's a penalty against Seattle. So Atlanta with the choice to take a 4th and 1 at the 20. They're going to forego that, take the 5-yard penalty, get another crack at third down. And it's 3rd and 5 at the Seattle 24. Still 3 wide receivers on the field and a nickel blitz here from Seattle. Opening drive of the game here. Scoreless NFC action. Third and 5. Mariota is back to pass. Looking short. Drake London, the target, forced to scramble, and he is close, but he doesn't get there. 4-yard gain sets up that same 4th and 1 he was staring at a little bit ago. This time he doesn't have the choice, so it's field goal or go for it. 4th and 1 at the 20. Younghoe Koo, an extremely reliable kicker, and he is coming out to put points on the board. Looks like a 2 through 10 opportunity, and he drills it. So good first drive here for the Atlanta Falcons. Points on the board, up 3-0 on the road against Seattle. Ensuing kickoff is a touchback, and the Seahawks will take over at their own 25. Seahawks, coached by Dennis Crowley, a multiple-time champion in this league. 4 Super Bowl championships, I believe. Tied for the lead. Kenneth Walker, the tailback here. 3-4 blitz shown by the Falcons. Both teams 0-2 to start the season, so big game here. First down draw call to Kenneth Walker, and a great call by the defense. That's it, keyed him. And so Walker lost a yard. Second there by Coach Kaufman. Second 11, both teams showing the same formation here. Falcons defense rated poor against the runs, and if that's not bad enough, they are rated very poor against the pass. Although, candidly, their card's not too bad for being rated very poor. Geno Smith back to pass on second down. He's looking short, and he's going to be forced out of the pocket and scrambling, and he's got the corner and a 14-yard gain. Geno Smith, really nice must-run card. 10 yards plus on a 2 through 7. Gets the first down here. First one of the game for the Seahawks now out to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. And Geno back to pass again. Defense called run. So an opportunity. He's got himself a long gain. Hit the crosshairs on the short gain. Safety up close on the blitz. It's going to cost him here. And that goes all the way inside down to the 3-yard line, it looks like. That was just a simple slant to the tight end, Will Dissly. And he took it for 59. Seahawks on the doorstep now. 1st and goal at the 3. Seahawks now in a full house set. Defense calls run, but it's pass again. Geno looking to the end zone, targeting Will Dissly again. He's got him. Touchdown, Seahawks. So both teams successful on their opening drive. Seahawks got a field goal from Younghoe Koo, and the Seahawks answer in front of their home crowd even better. And the Seahawks are going to go for two here. They're already up 6-3. Dennis always aggressive with his play calls. Up 6-3. He's going to go for two-point conversion. Has the full house formation out there. And back to pass is Gino looking short, and he's going to be forced to scramble with it, and he just makes an easy trot into the end zone, and he's got the two-point conversion. Muss runs himself right into that conversion, so it's an 8-3 lead for the Seahawks. Ensuing kickoff returned out to the 20-yard line by Avery Williams of the Falcons, and they'll take over at the 8:24 mark here in the first quarter. Second offensive drive here for the Falcons. First of 4 more games on the slate tonight in the USFFL. Two tight end formation here for the Falcons. Seattle in the 3-4. And back to pass on first down, looking short to the tailback, and he's actually doubled by the safety. So a really nice call here from Coach Dennis Crowley on defensively, and he'll break that pass up easily. Quandre Diggs on the double team. 2nd and 10. Mentioned earlier the Atlanta team a little more geared toward a run game, certainly when it comes to their blocking. You can see it there, 6'6", 5'4", across the front there, but the pass blocking has actually a couple of 3s and a 0 at center, making the opposing nose guard a playful character on pass rush situations. Back to pass here, looking deep, zone empty. The defense does call pass, goes to the defensive card, though, and incomplete. Nice call there by Coach Kaufman as he did target an open zone there. And he needed to go to the defensive card, but found an empty spot. 3rd down and 10 Falcons. Atlanta now splitting out 4 wide receivers. Cordero Patterson, the tailback. Back to pass. He's looking deep again and incomplete. This time on the quarterback card. Mariota hit a 9 on his card. Interestingly enough, there was again, the safety came up close. Looked like it was an empty deep zone, but went short. It's incomplete. 4th and 10 at the 20. And the Falcons are going to punt it right back. 3 and out. 46-yard punt going to be fielded at the 34. DJ Dallas settles underneath it. He'll fair catch it there, and the Seattle will take over for their second possession. We mentioned 3 other games tonight. Packers at Buccaneers. Bills at Dolphins. And a missing one. Get it here in a second. Seattle in their standard run set here. Kenneth Walker behind Noah Fant. Blocking back set. And back to pass. Gino's looking deep here and goes to the defensive card. Split roll. It's good. 30-yard completion on to Tyler Lockett. That was a 2 through 7 opportunity on the defensive card. And Coach Crowley capitalizes on that very poor card and is across midfield now, 1st and 10 at the 36 of Atlanta. Geno Smith opening 3 for 3, 92 yards and a touchdown already. Inside run, Kenneth Walker, and nothing doing. Stuffed immediately. He was actually keyed by the defense. So 2nd down and 10. Falcons trailing by 5. Let's take a look, because now I'm curious. Who is that other game? Of course, Raiders at Titans. That's a good one. Definitely glad to be seeing that game tonight. Here's a screen pass to the tailback, Walker, and incomplete. Bad break there for the offense. Caught the defense keying on the running back. Went to the defensive card and with a man in zone, found a soft spot. So 3rd and 10 here for Seattle at the Atlanta 36. Pretty nice leg on kicker Jason Myers. Already in field goal range here at a 2 through 7. Falcons drop into the nickel here on 3rd and 10. Rashad Penny replacing Kenneth Walker as the tailback. Geno back to pass, looking short. He's got his man, a 10-yard completion. DK Metcalf with a catch on that play. Although he does come out of the game here. So 1st down catch there for DK Metcalf. But he's actually out for the remainder of this game. So big injury here, mid-1st quarter, as DK Metcalf is out. Marquise Goodwin replacing him now. Split out left. Tyler Lockett remains in on the right side. As I said, DK will return next week. Out for this game only. Good news for Seattle, that was 1st down yardage. And here's a 1st down pass. That's good to his replacement, Marquise Goodwin, for 12. Got the Falcons guessing run there. Conversion into the red zone. Seattle 1st and 10 at the 14. Seattle off to a rare, rough early start. 1st and 10 on the 14. Here's another 1st down pass. Going right back to Marquise Goodwin. And he's got him again. 12 yards, and that one actually was Goodwin. Getting an opportunity on his receiver card. And capitalized for 12. It's 1st and goal at the 2 now for Seattle. Full house formation is in. 3-4 blitz here from the Falcons. All right, here's an inside run to DJ Dallas. He's keyed successfully. Nice call, Coach Kaufman. And that's going to be a 1-yard loss. 2nd and goal at the 3. Seahawks will stay out there with the full house set. Wow, Seahawks. 0 rated run blockers right up the middle. Both guards and the center. Full house helps that. at a +1, obviously. Here's a sneak to the quarterback, and that's 2 yards. Brought down just a little short. Rashawn Evans on the tackle, just shy of the goal line. 3rd and goal at the 1. Seattle up 8-3 here, so a field goal would make that an 8-point lead. Coach Crowley not likely to settle for that. Still a full house. All the bigs lined up at the 1-yard line here. 3-4 blitz by the Falcons. And it's a pass, and the defense is calling pass, so good call there to the defensive card. It's incomplete. Nice call, Coach Kaufman. Not that it mattered based on the die, but it's 4th and goal. It was actually an interception split roll opportunity on that defensive card. Dennis missed the 2 through 4. It's 4th and goal at the 1. I'd expect him to go for it here, and he does. Just knowing Dennis is one of the more aggressive coaches, I wouldn't expect him to stop short just 1 yard here. So at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter, Seahawks up 8-3 and going for this 4th and goal at the 1. Full house is out there. DJ Dallas and Travis Homer in the backfield. Fourth and goal on the 1. Here it is. Sneak to Geno. And he's in. Touchdown, Geno Smith. 10 plays, 66 yards on that drive. And Seattle moves ahead 14-3, extra point pending. They're going to go for 2 again. Full house is out there. 3-4 blitz from the Falcons. Defense calls run, crosses them up, pass short to the end zone. It's in there. Noah Fant with the grab, but another 2-point conversion. And at the 2:42 mark of the first quarter, the Seahawks have opened a 16-3 lead at home on the Falcons. Touchback, Falcons take over at their own 25. Seattle by the Broncos in week 1, 10-8, and the 49ers in week 2, 24-9. First down pass out to the flat. Mariota targeting Zacharias. And that's going to be incomplete. Interception split roll on the defensive card. So bad break there for Chris Kaufman and the Falcons. 2nd and 10. We're also 0-2. 36-10 loss. Home opener against New Orleans. And then a tough one, 29-27. Loss to the LA Rams. Excuse me. Second and 10, back to pass. Looking short, it's incomplete. And another bad roll. Bad break for the offense there as caught the defense looking run. Mariota missed it on his card. 3rd down and 10 for the Falcons. And Atlanta's going to split out 3 wide receivers now. Tailback, Cordero Patterson. Mariota back in the pistol. Seahawks showing blitz out of the 3-3-5. Mariota just 1 for 6 passing in this game. And on his 3rd and 10, it's going to be a screen pass. Looks like it's targeting the 1 zone. That does have a man there, but a 6 on the wide die nullifies that for an 8-yard gain. On the 0-men column, you could have done a lot better. Certainly the Falcons think so. That leaves them with a 4th and 2 and yardage still remaining. So they're going to have to punt from their 33. 40-yard punt fielded inside the 30 at the 27 by DJ Dallas of Seattle. And Dallas with another fair catch. Seattle takes over quickly. 1st and 10 at their 27. Already up 13. 1:12 to go, first quarter. Falcons had a nice 9-play drive with 3 first downs on their opening drive, but back-to-back 3-and-outs. And they're staring at a 13-point deficit here. And the home Seahawks with the ball from their 27. DJ Dallas is going to open here as the tailback. Falcons defense guessing run, but it's a deep ball, long to Lockett, and no good. Incomplete and close. Geno Smith hit a 4 on his card. Completions on 2, 3, 5, and 6 potentially on the receiver. So just a bad spot. 2nd and 10 Seahawks. Kenneth Walker now back in the game on 2nd down. Geno Smith now 6 of 9 for 126 in that touch. Safety up close again here for Atlanta, showing blitz. And back to pass. Geno Smith, short. He's got his man, Marquise Goodwin. That's his 3rd catch. He's moved the sticks 3 times, 35 yards in this game, replacing DJ Metcalf, who was hurt earlier. So he's answered the call. Seahawks now 1st and 10 at their own 38. Coach Crowley substitutes tailback DJ Dallas in again. Noticing the Falcons being a little more intermittent defensively with their safety coming up close, showing blitz after that one time they got hit on it. And here's a must run. Geno Smith, he's got another 1st down. Big yardage as Geno goes across the 50 for a pickup of 17. And another 1st down. Geno now 34 yards on the ground. 1st and 10, Seattle at the Atlanta 45. Falcons are without Lorenzo Carter in this game. Their highest rated blitzer at a 7. Back to pass again, looking short, incomplete. There is a penalty. And it's going to be holding against the offense. So that'll back up the Seahawks. It'll be 1st and 20. Now back on their side of the field at the 45. Second penalty on Seattle. 1st and 20. The Falcons will drop back in the nickel, showing blitz. And on 1st and 20, here's an off-tackle run, and Rashad Penny got himself a short gain and good yardage. Back into the Atlanta side of the field, inside the 40. Pick up 16 yards, and it's 2nd and 4 at the 39. Seattle on the march again, already up 13 here, early second quarter. Now 2 tight ends. Kenneth Walker is the tailback. Back to pass. Gino looking short. Looking for Parkinson, but he's covered. He's going to be flushed out. He's going to go and look for Disley. And on a result of receiver, Disley comes up short. Disley, who had the big short pass, beating the blitz for 59 earlier. Couldn't find the handle on receiver on that one, and it's 3rd and 4. So an opportunity here for the Falcons to get off the field defensively. 3rd and 4 at their 39. 2 tight ends are in. Kenneth Walker, the tailback. From here, it's 2-7 field goal, but literally on the final yard of that range, so right at the fringe of the variable risk. And on 3rd down, back to pass. Gino again, looking short. And he's flushed. He was looking again to Disley, but he's flushed now, looking at Lockett. And Lockett on the defensive card has the catch, and he's got a big gain into the red zone and inside the 10, down at the 9. Pick up a 30 on the defensive card. Lockett now 2 catches in this game, both of them for 30 yards. Seahawks now 215 yards of offense. Still early second quarter. They're off and running here at home. 1st and goal at the 9. Back to pass, Gino. Looking short, going right back to Marquise Goodman. It's incomplete. As Gino found a soft spot on his card. 2nd and goal. Defense looking pass. Crossed him up, though. Run, Rashad Penny, and going to be 4 yards. Holding penalty there against Seattle, though, so hold the phone. Falcons will take that yardage. Back him up 10, 2nd and goal at the 19-yard line. That'll put the Falcons' defense into the nickel. Rashad Penny still your tailback. In the run set, and run indeed. Off tackle to Penny, and nothing doing. Nice stop there on the defense. Got it on Penny's card and hit that 5. That dreaded number. 3rd and goal, Seattle at the 19. So that holding penalty has quickly derailed this Seattle drive. And they've got a challenging 3rd down and goal at the 19. Atlanta still in the nickel. It's a draw. Tailback Penny's going to try to run. Goes to the defensive card. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, but that'll leave him short. 4th and goal at the 12, and I imagine we're going to see the place kicker here. Jason Myers onto the field for the 29-yarder. And 2 through 10, he drills that one. So another successful drive for the Seahawks as they extend to a 19-3 lead. Just over 11 minutes left before halftime here in Seattle. And Avery Williams once again with a kick return out to the 20-yard line. Keeping an eye to see when the other games start popping in, as there should be 3 more kickoffs in a matter of minutes. We'll keep our eye for it and try to jump back and forth between some of the better games tonight. Falcons now at their own 20. Defense calls pass. This is pitch out. Tyler Algier going to try to get to the edge. And to the defensive card, Algier hits a short gain on 7. Nice roll. And that's a pickup of 14 and a first down. Falcons quickly out toward midfield at their own 48-yard line. I'm sorry, at their 34-yard line. I apologize. Seattle rated poor against the runs defensively. Caleb Huntley into the game now at tailback for the Falcons. And there's a full-out blitz, but it's a run, inside run up the middle. Pick up a 4 for Huntley on his own card, 2nd down and 6. Falcons had 3 first downs on their opening drive. That got them to a field goal by Younghoe Koo of 37 yards, drive stalling at the 20-yard line. They've only had 1 first down since. Seattle defense been locking them down. 2nd and 6 here now. Tyler Algier, tailback. Defense guessing pass, and indeed, back to pass is Mariota. He was looking short, but he's flushed. And this is a little screen going out to his tailback, and Algier's got it, and a good gain. 15. Actually, I'm sorry, just a 6-yard pickup. That's good enough for a first down. Move those chains. Just the 3rd completion of the game for Mariota. Atlanta 1st and 10 out to the 44. There's a little screen pass, that left side out to Demir Bird. Got the Seahawks guessing run, so an opportunity here. And indeed a short gain. Nice roll there for Mariota. 14-yard pickup. There is a penalty. So let's see if it stands. And that's an offside against the defense. Break for the Falcons and a first down. As they'll decline this. And the Falcons now 1st and 10 at the Seattle 42-yard line. Nine minutes remain here in the second quarter. Falcons trailing 19-3, but driving. Tyler Algier, the tailback again here on this first down. 3-4 blitz shown here by the Seahawks. Pass call by the defense, but it's a run up the middle and just a pickup of a single yard there by Tyler Algier. As he hits the 2nd worst number on his wrong column, 2nd and 9. At the Seattle 41 right now. Pretty good leg on the deep range, but it does only go to the 37, so some work to do here. Off tackle, Caleb Huntley loses a yard, but another penalty, and it's another encroachment on the Seahawks. So, another break there. Atlanta will take it 2nd and 4 after they march off 5 yards. Now at the Seattle 36-yard line. 4th penalty in the game here on the Seahawks, still error-free for the Falcons. Tyler Algier stays in, blocking back formation. Looks like we're also underway in Las Vegas. Titans at Raiders. So we're going to be going there soon. I want to check out that. And on 2nd and 4, good call offense. Screen out to the tailback, Tyler Algier. Flat zone is open. Receiver roll opportunity and a pickup of 12 for Algier. Penalty, and it's a personal foul as the Seahawks drop their 5th penalty in this game. And that's going to set up the Falcons 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Trailing by 16, 7:48 to go. Big opportunity for Atlanta, and they really need the touchdown here. 2 tight ends are in. Tyler Algier, your tailback. 3-4 blitz shown here by Seattle. We'll head to Vegas to check it out at the conclusion of this drive. Here's a first down pitch out. Tyler Algier heading for the edge. Defense called pass, and that's going to be a 1-yard loss. Could not beat defensive end Shelby Harris with a 4 on the white die. 2nd and 11. Falcons now at the Seattle 13. Falcons coming out on the same set, 2 tight ends. Pass call on the defense. It's off tackle. Algier to his guard. He's got 5 yards. Definitely had some breakaway opportunities there. Didn't get them. It's 3rd and 6 at the 8. Inside the 10. That'll put the linebackers onto the line of scrimmage. Nickel blitz shown here by the Seahawks. 3 wide receivers split out now here for the Falcons. Cordero Patterson is the tailback. Quarterback's under center here. And back to passes is Mariota. Looking short, and he gets the pass off and incomplete on the defensive card. 4-minute zone. 3, 4, and 5 are all incomplete. He got one. So it's 4th and 6 at the 8. That's going to mean field goal. Younghoe Koo coming out for his 2nd try, and he boots that one right through from 25 yards. So 6:18 to go. Actually, 6 minutes remain here in the 2nd quarter in Seattle. Field goal by the Falcons has cut it to a 13-point lead for Seattle, 9-6. Seattle looking very impressive at home here in week number 3. Let's go ahead and see what we can do now to find out what's in Vegas. So bear with me as this old man's brain tries to piece together all the steps necessary to get there. All right. See if that's going to pop up here in a second. I see a comment already that the refs are doing some poor work, and we are now officially live in Tennessee. I said we were in Vegas, but I had that wrong. This is Raiders at Titans. So we are in Tennessee, Music City, as noted by the emblem there at the 50. Titans with the ball, 1st and 10, flat pass, and a pickup of 10 yards. And Tennessee on the march, 1st and 10 at the 32 of Vegas. Looks like the Raiders had the opening possession and a quick 3 and out. Tennessee, 4 plays into this drive, already has 3 first downs. So Coach Pete Quagliarini on the opening drive for his offense tonight, as the Titans looking good here. And on 1st and 10, he's back to pass, looking deep. It's incomplete. Targeting Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. Tannehill couldn't get it on his card. 2nd and 10 at the 32. Whereas our first game featured a couple of teams that had both opened 0-2 on the year. This is an AFC tilt between a couple of teams that started 2-0. So one of these teams walking out of here tonight 3-0. 2nd and 10 Titans. Here's a button hook call over the middle to the tailback, Derrick Henry. Man in zone, and that's going to be an interception, split roll, incomplete. Tannehill, bad break on his card, avoids the interception, and it's 3rd down and 10. Titans are coached by Pete Quagliarini, one of my favorite names just because I like saying it. Mr. Quagliarini actually works for the NFL. Nice to have an actual NFL representative on board. Big 3rd and 10 here for his team. Tannehill out of the shotgun. Raiders showing a 4-2-5 here. 3 wide receiver split out. It's Dontrell Hilliard as the tailback there. Back to pass. He's got his man, 12 yards. Rookie Treylon Burks with the catch there. Move the sticks as the Titans enter the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 20. Seahawks on the march again into the red zone at the 14. Short pass is good, and the Seahawks are now 1st and goal at the 2, so it looks like they're about to pile on there. Back in Tennessee, a short 3-yard run by Derrick Henry makes it 2nd and 7 at the 17 of Vegas. And on 2nd down, off tackle run to Derrick Henry. He's got himself 5 yards. Just needed a 4 on the white die to beat the tackle Bilal Nichols on that one, and he did. 3rd down and 2 now. From the 12-yard line, Derrick Henry is the deep tail to guess. A.J. Brown gone. Not quite as good of receivers out there. Robert Woods and the aforementioned Nick Westbrook akin. And here's a quick in pass. Incomplete. That was going to Okonkwo. And he missed it. 4th and 2 now at the 12. So that's going to bring on the kicker, Randy Bullock. Going to try to put points on the board. And from 29 yards, he puts it right through. And Pete Quagliarini's Tennessee Titans, on their opening drive of the game, offensively have taken a 3-0 lead on the Raiders. Off return by Amir Abdullah out to the 24, and Vegas will take over there. Las Vegas Raiders coached by Paul Conti, who has been in this league a long time. I may be wrong. I think he is one of the 3 coaches that's been in here in this league for every single season. What I'm sure of is if I'm wrong, he only missed 1. I knew he was right up there. 1st down pass, he goes to Devontae Adams and has a yak opportunity and a 1-yard loss. Devontae Adams is a B on the yak, but bad dice. Failing him there. 2nd and 11 for the Raiders. Checking in to validate, and indeed, the Seattle Seahawks did get a touchdown. Just over 2 minutes remaining here, just before the 2-minute warning in Seattle. The Seahawks blowing out the Falcons 25-6. Second and 11. Here's a screen pass to Josh Jacobs, and he's got 8 yards. There's a penalty. Then it's a holding call to bring it back. Josh Jacobs. And a nice pickup there, but now 2nd and 29. I'm sorry, let me rephrase. 2nd and 21 at the 13 for the Raiders. Let's take a look, see about other games. I believe there are. Let's see. I'll post it on. Actually, I'll just tell him scheduled games is where you post that. And let's see if I go to scheduled games. Oh, there it is. And Bills Dolphins is underway. We're going to check on that one in a second here. Wow, and a 3-yard loss on a flat pass from Derek Carr has just turned what was beginning as a bad drive into worse. 3rd and 24 here for the Raiders from their own 10. Crowd screaming in the Music City as the Raiders offense in a little bit of a tizzy here. Dime defense. So a couple extra safeties out there for the Titans. There's a button hook to an open zone, and it's still incomplete. Derek Carr on his card on wrong found the only incompletion. So literally nothing doing there for Paul Conti and his Vegas Raiders. They're punting from the 10. A nice boot, 54 yards. Fair caught by Robert Woods. And at the 36-yard line, the Titans will take over. 6:36 to go here. First quarter, they're already up 3-0. Let's go ahead and check in on our next game. I already got that Bills-Dolphins one, so let's try to pull that one up. We'll see how far the Stratomatic and Tim Irvin PC Tech can carry us with 3 games up at once. And a 4th one pending, by the way. And here we are. Miami Dolphins already up on Buffalo. Early first quarter action, 7-0. There's a deep pass into a run defense. An opportunity for Josh Allen. Missed. Receiver Isaiah McKenzie couldn't make the catch. And on 3rd and 4, here's an inside run, Nyheim Hines into a short yardage defense. So a really good call there by the Dolphins defense. That'd be Coach Tony Telleria, or the assistant to the commish. He's the guy coming after you for those league funds, league dues, $3 a piece. So if that bothers you, you can root against the Dolphins. I'm sure he won't mind. 4th and 5, coffin corner punt. Nice one, out of bounds at the 9. And Tony Telleria and his Dolphins will take over right there. 10:30 remains in the first quarter. Dolphins up 7-0 with possession. And we have a touchdown in Tennessee. Looks like Derrick Henry, I think. Let's take a look. And we missed it. I'm sure Mr. Quagliarini won't forgive me for missing that, but a 42-yard touchdown run from Derrick Henry. Consider this your red zone update, as the Tennessee Titans have extended now on that lightning play to a 10-0 lead against Las Vegas. Raiders with the ball back now, down 10-0. 1st and 10 at their own 25. Just over 5 minutes remain first quarter. So a fast start for the home team in Tennessee. Back in Miami now. Flat pass for 4 yards. There's a penalty. And it's going to be a holding call against the Bills on defense. So that's going to be an automatic first down. Dolphins now 1st and 10 at their 24. We mentioned the Dolphins are coached by Tony Telleria, the commissioner. Buffalo Bills coached by Zach Zalesny, who made an appearance on one of our broadcasts after his game a week ago. Always nice to see any of our coaches. Here's a 1st and 10 pitch out to Raheem Mostert. He was keyed and brought down with emphasis. Von Miller puts him in the dirt. 2nd and 13 after that 3-yard loss. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill split out wide. Most dangerous 1-2 combination as far as receivers in the league, I think. Big 2nd and 13. Showing blitz out of the 4-3 are the Bills. That Tyreek Hill card is scary. And here's a hitch over the middle and incomplete. Tagovailoa was targeting Jalen Waddle and couldn't get him. Missed it on the defensive card, and the Bills now are set up nice defensively. 3rd and 13 for Miami at their 21. Bills come into this game 0-2. With tough losses to the Rams and to the Titans. Miami comes in 1-1. They got beat by New England, but they hung on to beat the Baltimore Ravens. Here's a big 3rd and 13 for the Dolphins. 4 wide receivers splitting out. That moves Waddle into the slot. Nickel here by the Bills. And back to pass. Looking deep. Got a result of receiver. That's incomplete. Trent Sherfield was targeted on the play. And with that roll of 7, he needed something more along the lines of Tyreek Hill. 4th down from the 21-yard line. Dolphins are going to punt it back. And Morstead with a 48-yarder. That's going to be fielded at the 31-yard line. And a nice return, 14 yards by Nyheim Hines. It's going to give the Bills really nice starting field position here at their own 45-yard line. Bills still down 7-0. Just over 8 minutes remain first quarter. Update from Seattle. Now into the 3rd quarter. Seahawks continuing to rout Atlanta 32-6. Let's take a look at, we also have the Green Bay game right here. I think we're going to switch out of Seattle, Atlanta, and switch into this one instead. All right, so let's give it just a little bit longer. I'll be ready in a second. Back to Miami now. Bills after a 13-yard first down pass to Dawson Knox. Now at the Miami 42-yard line. And looking deep. Josh Allen back to pass. Looking long to Gabe Davis. It's incomplete. Josh Allen on his card. Needed a 5. Got a 7. And it's 2nd and 10. Hang on. There was an injury. I was trying to get back to the game, but there was an injury back there, it looks like. Let's check it out. Devin Singletary and Mike Gesicki both out in this game. Bills 2nd and 10 are going to go to the tight end formation. James Cook in at tailback now. All right, we'll come back there for that play call because we have the Las Vegas Raiders into the red zone in Tennessee. Raiders are down 10-0, but on the doorstep here. Closing moments of the first quarter, 2nd and 3. Raiders at the Tennessee 18-yard line here. Here's a pitch out around the edge. Josh Jacobs is around the corner. Nothing but end zone for him. Josh Jacobs got snake eyes on the defensive card and took that to the house. It said plus 43. Well, the extra point is blocked, though. And picked up by one of the Titans players. He returns it a little bit, 8 yards only, but it is a penalty, and that PAT will come back. You'll get another shot at that. That was an 18-yard touchdown run for Josh Jacobs. Retry on the extra point is good, and the Raiders have made this a close game suddenly. Titans 10, Raiders 7. 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Titans taking over at their 25 after a touchback. So that game's a little closer. As is the Miami-Buffalo game. So we've just missed another touchdown. James Cook went off tackle, 15-yard touchdown run, and Buffalo has tied this game up at the 5:42 mark of the first quarter. So a couple of scores back-to-back. You saw it here sort of live, seconds late. We're going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and close this one. We're going to head back to Green Bay. I think it's Green Bay is where that game is at. I think I already got the game number if it hasn't changed. Let's double check. Looks like same game number unless something has happened. Quadruple broadcast action. And to the USFFL, I say welcome to Tampa Bay. Raymond James, perhaps? Wait a second. Why am I seeing an Eagles emblem out there? Well, I'll have to figure out how my download on that failed. That's interesting. But we appear to have the right teams here, Packers and Bucks. And a first quarter tie at 7-7. Green Bay showing or scoring on a 3-yard pass, Aaron Rodgers to Aaron Jones. And Tampa Bay got one 3-yard pass, Tom Brady to Cade Otton. So tied up here, back to pass and looking deep actually, but flushed out of the pocket. A 9-yard pickup there is Mercedes Lewis with a good gain on his receiver right column. Packers at the Tampa Bay 29, already in field goal range here. Time to get out more of my cards with more games being played right now. There's a little flat pass and good yak yardage. 20 yards on that play. Actually, 19 is the net, but 20 yards of yak on that one with a nice yak roll. Christian Watson makes it first and goal at the 10 after that play. Here's a 1-yard run by A.J. Dillon. Second and goal at the 9. Green Bay Packers coached by Scott Mueller, otherwise known as software admin. We go nowhere without Scott Mueller. I appreciate all his work season long so I can focus on everything else. Here's a pitch out. Aaron Jones has the corner, and Aaron Jones has the end zone. Touchdown of 9 yards for the Packers. His second score of the game on the final play of the first quarter here on the road in Tampa. As Scott Mueller's Packers have extended to a 14-7 lead on the road. The ensuing kickoff by the Buccaneers taken out to the 30. They will take over on offense there. Titans now into, or actually on the verge of, the red zone. They just had a holding penalty, but they're still first and 20 at the Vegas 21. Titans still up 3 here. Early second quarter. Here's a flat pass, interception, split roll, incomplete. Ryan Tannehill playing with fire, 2nd and 20. After that, falls harmlessly to the ground. On 2nd and 20, Derrick Henry's your tailback. 4-2-5 shown here by Coach Paul Conte's Raiders. Defense calls pass, pitch out to Derrick Henry. It's good for 5. Not quite the breakaway Coach was hoping for there for the Titans. 3rd and 15. Third and 15 at the 16-yard line of Vegas. The Titans are going to come out in 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Dontrell Hilliard will be the tailback. 3rd wide receiver is Chris Conley. And on 3rd and 15, back to pass. He's looking short for Conley, but forced to scramble and brought down immediately. It's actually a sack. Bilal Nichols, who we poked fun at earlier for being a 0 rating, got through on the sack there. 4th and 15. And Randy Bullock from 33 yards drills that field goal right down the middle. And at 11:42 remaining in the second quarter, Tennessee Titans at home. Now up 13-7. Packers have the ball back at their own 45, 2nd and 10, looking deep. Man in zone. They got him anyway. It's a pick of a 31. There's a flag. Christian Watson brings it in, and that's a personal foul on Tampa. So the penalty doesn't make it any better. Rodgers now 8 of 9, 83 yards. And Green Bay now, again, 1st and 10 at the Tampa 12. Here's a first down screen pass to the tailback. And Aaron Jones is good for 7. So Green Bay on the attack here in Tampa Bay. 165 yards of offense so far. Early second quarter, they're already up 14-7. And on 2nd and 3, Coach Scott Mueller goes full house. Up the middle, A.J. Dillon into the end zone. Touchdown. Green Bay with their 3rd touchdown of the first half. The extra point by Mason Crosby's good. And the Packers are up 20-7. And the ensuing kickoff is brought out to the 24 by Devin Tompkins. And Tom Brady and the Buccaneers will take over there. Buccaneers coached by Vince Trevelpiece. Bucs are 1-1 on the year. They lost to Dallas 30-17. They had a 6-point win over Tampa Bay, over New Orleans a week ago. 3 wide receivers split out here on first down. Brady back to pass, looking short. And he's got Russell Gage, and Russell Gage is loose into the secondary. Big pickup of 35 yards to the Green Bay 41. A roll of 11 on short gain. 3 men produces a long gain. And Tom Brady quickly has the Bucks into Green Bay territory. We'll get out to Buffalo for an update here in a second. 1st and 10, back to pass. Looking short. He is doubled, so he's going to break off there. We've got a dump off here. It's going right back to Russell Gage, and Gage has got a short gain. Tom Brady hits his number on his card in the 13 more. Back-to-back receptions, 48 yards to Russell Gage. And the Bucks are 1st and 10 at the 28. Still 3 wide receivers. Fournette's the tailback. Here's a screen to Fournette, incomplete. 2 men in zone, and it did go to the defensive card, so a little bit of risk factor there, but it falls harmlessly. 2nd and 10 at the Green Bay 28-yard line. Brady now in the shotgun. Still 3 wide receivers. Fournette's his tailback. 3-4 here on the defense. Short pass. Russell Gage, he's got it again. Brady on his card, 12 yards into the red zone. 1st and 10 now at the Green Bay 16-yard line. Tom Brady heating up. Now 9 of 12 for 108. Packers safety up close showing blitz. Brady out of the shotgun here. And he is brought down on 1st down. Was going back to pass again. That time Kenny Clark gets through. Six-yard loss makes it 2nd and 16 at the Green Bay 22 now. Right back into the shotgun. Here's a flare, little dump pass out to the side. Cade Otton. And he hits the short gain again on Brady's card. And Cade Otton gets 16 yards on 2nd and 16. A big conversion. Tom Brady on the march. 1st and goal now at the 6. Here's an off-tackle run, stuffed immediately. Good call by the defensive coach there, Scott Mueller. 1st and goal at the 3 because penalty on Green Bay. I didn't see that. So 1st and goal on the 3 on encroachment. Tom Brady still going to split out receivers, but it's an off-tackle run and into the end zone. Lenny Fournette gets pay dirt. 7:48 to go here. 2nd quarter action in Tampa. The Buccaneers trail by just 7. Packers up 21-14. The ensuing kickoff. Nice return there by Kesey and Nixon. 29 return out to the 33. Green Bay takes over there up by 7. Let's get out to Buffalo, see what's going on. Said Buffalo, and I met Miami, and both teams have added a touchdown. It's a 14-14 tie here. Down in South Beach, here's a 1st down flare pass, incomplete. Actually, it loses a yard. Tagovailoa, 11 of 14, $155. So he's doing pretty good. Miami got a Jeff Wilson 4-yard touchdown run. I think we saw that maybe earlier. Diggs got scored on a 12-yard touchdown pass to tie it. There's a short pass to Waddle and no good. Tagovailoa misses. On the defensive card, 3 men. Couldn't cash in. 3rd and 11 now for the Miami Dolphins. Just across midfield at the Buffalo 46. Tagovailoa out of the shotgun. Nickel here from the Bills. Miami, of course, likes to dial it up deep, but Jordan Poyer is a 6 back there in that deep zone, so as long as he stays at home, he's at least a little bit of a deterrent here. I see Waddle's already at 96 yards. Here's a short pass. Tyreek Hill, incomplete. Nice call on the defense there. Zach Zalesny successfully double teams him. That sets up 4th and 11 for Miami, and Coach Tony Tillery is going to have to punt. Probably looking at a coffin corner here. And it is indeed. And not too bad a roll. Goes out of bounds at the 16. The Buffalo Bills will take over there on the road here in Miami. All tied up, 14 all, 12:54 to go. Second quarter. Moving now to Tennessee. Let's see what we've got there. Looks like we're still 13-7. Titans on top. Titans have outgained the Raiders in this one, 179-111. Already 108 yards rushing for Tennessee. 93 on 8 carries from Derrick Henry. Here's the 3rd and 9 for the Raiders. 3 wide receivers splitting out. They're on the fringe of field goal range here at the 33-yard line. Carr out of the shotgun. Amir Abdullah beside him. Not a lot of risk as I look at the field goal kicker between these two ranges if he were to take a sack. Back to throw, looking short and complete. Targeting Matt Collins. He was double teamed successfully and missed it. So here's a field goal, and from 50 yards, he puts it through. Daniel Carlson of the Raiders with a nice kick. And with 5:42 to go before halftime here, that cuts the Titans' lead to 13-10. And Julius Chester ensuing kickoff out to the 28-yard line where Tennessee will take over. Green Bay's already added a touchdown here. They're up 28-14. Still second quarter. A.J. Dillon on a 6-yard touchdown run. He must have got that pretty quick. Let's see. Wow, Green Bay, 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. That last touchdown drive, 7 plays, 67 yards. So Scott Mueller has his Green Bay offense humming. Tom Brady, though, still in it, down 2 touchdowns, 3 minutes to go before halftime, driving his team across the 40-yard line. Both teams, all 3 timeouts. Wow. Let's stay here. Tom Brady, short pass. Russell Gage, 15 yards. First down into Green Bay territory now at the 46. Tom still out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Back to pass. Brady looks deep and incomplete. He was going after Chris Godwin. Got it on his card, but couldn't hit his number, and it's 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line of Green Bay. Straight to the blitz for the Packers is the outside rush. Linebackers Rashawn Gary and Preston Smith. Here's a quick in pass over the middle. No good, incomplete. Cade Otton couldn't capitalize on receiver on his card, and it's 3rd and 10 now. Wow, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have all 7s at pass block except at left guard, which happens to be where that star blitzer is for Green Bay. So, got it where he needs it, and it's right here, Preston Smith. Back to pass, looking short, and defender result. It's good again. 6 on the white die as Russell Gage. I said Russell Gage, but actually that one went to Julio Jones. 15-yard completion behind that 6 on the white die
on the first play inside the 2-minute warning. Bucks driving now at the Green Bay 31. Brady back to pass again. Short. That's good. 12 yards to Evans. Caught the Packers-looking run on that one. Brady now 1st and 10 at the 19. Coach Vince Trevelpiece not letting 28 points in a perfect first half for the Packer offense deter him. Still fighting. Here's a good call. Screen. Now to Lenny Fournette in the flat. And that's good for 8. Out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Stops the clock with 1:37 to go before halftime. 2nd and 2 at the Green Bay 11. Packers showing blitz with their safety, 3-4 defense. Here's an off tackle to Lenny Fournette and nothing doing. Short yardage defense was the call. Linebacker in zone. Prevented that first down. So here's a big 3rd and 2. 2 tight ends. Brady in the shotgun. Fournette right beside him. 3-4 blitz here from the Packers. A minute 7 remains before halftime. Call of pass. Inside draw to Fournette. But he just gets a yard. Got the defense to call. Pass like he wanted on his draw. But the nose tackle beats the 4 on the wide die. And the Bucks are left with a 4th and 1 at the Green Bay 10. They're down 14. Packers are 4 for 4. I think I'd go for it. Not always, but here, why not? And indeed, Coach Trevelpiece coming out with a blocking back set. Excuse me. So sorry. Fournette the tailback. 3-4 blitz here shown by the defense. They call run defensively. It's a slant. Keeft in the end zone. Incomplete. Went to the defensive card and an interception split roll. Nothing doing and a turnover on downs. So Green Bay takes over at their own 10. Retains a 28-14 lead with 52 seconds remaining before halftime. Let's move on to other action. I'm going to have to stand up and walk around while I do this because I got to get a drink. Let's see what we've got here. Wow, first down run. A.J. Dillon goes for 14. The Packers quickly out of the shadow of their goal line. They'll go ahead and take their second timeout. Only one remaining with 45 seconds at their own 24. But, boy, when you're 4 for 4 on touchdown drives, why not? Raiders with the ball, still trailing 13-10 as we reach the 2-minute warning in Tennessee. The Titans still leading at home 13-10. Raiders with the ball at their own 21 here. They'll go 3 wide receivers. Shotgun formation. Titans showing a 3-4. Back to pass, looking short. Davante Adams the target. And Davante hits the long gain on the defensive card. A bad roll on the yardage is just 31, but a big play nonetheless. Into Titans territory at the 48-yard line. Davante Adams now 5 catches, 45 yards in this game. 1:37 remains before halftime. Raiders still out of the shotgun here. Back to pass again, looking short, going right to Davante Adams, but looks like it's going to be a dump pass after all. And a yak opportunity here And absolutely nothing doing. Brought down, actually a 1-yard loss on that play. Looked like he thought Devontae was covered. Mac Hollins lost a yard, 2nd and 11. Raiders in Tennessee territory at the 49. Just down by 3 here. And back to pass, looking short, going to Waller. Got his man, 12-yard pickup. Waller out of bounds inside the 40 at the Tennessee 30, stopping the clock with 1:22 remaining before halftime. Both teams all 3 timeouts. Whoa, peeking in here, we have a quick field goal here. What did we see? Can I take a look? Let me take a look. See what maybe that was before the halftime, probably. Yeah, sure enough, Green Bay added a field goal just before halftime. 31 halftime points. Packers up on Tampa Bay in Tampa, 31-14. Wow. Green Bay 299 yards first half, 223 for Tampa. Just not easy to keep up when Green Bay is running out that kind of offense. Eight minutes plus remain in Miami. Still tied at 14. Miami, though, at the 30-yard line of Buffalo, 1st and 10. We head back now to Tennessee, where Mac Hollins, who caught the last pass we saw, is now hurt. Receiver Mac Hollins just injured for the final 75 seconds of this half here. Raiders with a 2nd and 3 at the Tennessee 1:15 remaining before halftime. Here's a sideline pass going to Davante Adams. He is double teamed on the play, incomplete. The double was by a linebacker, so he did not move into the zone. A linebacker was there, 1 man in zone. Hit a bad number, and we got 3rd and 3 here. Raiders 3rd and 3 at the Tennessee 30. From there, the field goal is 2-8 or 12. And as I referenced earlier, same odds if he gets sacked here. So call your play with gusto. Here's a flat pass. Couple men in the zone, though, and incomplete. Nice call there by the defense. Coach Quagliarini doubled up that flat and picked the right one. That was a target for Davante Adams. He misses it. It's 4th and 3 at the 30. And that'll bring out Daniel Carlson with 1 minute to go before half to try to tie the game. That kick, and it is good. Just slips in by the right upright. Got the 8 on a 2 through 8 and 12. And with 52 seconds remaining before halftime, Raiders and Titans all knotted up at 13. We are now back in Miami, where it is 2nd and 15 for the Dolphins at the Buffalo 35. Still half of the second quarter remaining. Inside run draw, and that's going to be a nice pickup. 13 yards there by Raheem Mostert, as he got credit with a box there on the draw. 3rd and 2 now at the Buffalo 22. Jeff Wilson's going to be in as the tailback here. Defense calls run, flat pass, no one in zone. It's going to Tyreek, and a pick of 8 yards and a 1st down. Coach Tony Talaria might have been hoping for a receiver there with Tyreek on a flat wrong. Settles for an 8-yard first down play to Tyreek. 1st and 10 now at the Buffalo 14. Jeff Wilson stays in the game at tailback. Blitz shown here by the Bills out of the 4-3. It's another little flat pass to Tyreek Hill. This one's got a receiver result and nothing doing, incomplete. 2nd and 10 there. Tyreek Hill, 5 catches, 47 yards on this game. Still tied at 14 here. AFC East action. And on 2nd and 10, Raheem Mostert subs in at tailback. 2 tight end formation. Bill showing blitz with the safety. Here's a pitch out. Raheem Mostert and nothing doing. Mostert goes to his card, which is what you want, but he got that 5 that no one likes to see on a running back card. Mostert brought down immediately. 3rd and 10 now for the Dolphins at the 14-yard line. This is a 2-10 field goal regardless of what happens here on this play, so not a lot of field goal range risk here in the play call. 3rd and 10 at the 14. Dolphins are going to split out 4 wide receivers. The tailback is Jeff Wilson. Tagovailoa back to pass, looking short, going after Cedric Wilson, but he's flushed. Needs 10 yards on the secondary opportunity. This is in the flat to Jeff Wilson, and Wilson's got it. And he's in for the first down and almost to the end zone. Brought down at the 1. 1st and goal, Dolphins. Jeff Wilson with his 2nd catch of the game and a big one. Dolphins knocking at the door. They got some hogs up front if you look away from that left guard. So you might expect them to muscle up and run it in. And indeed, here comes the full house formation for Miami. Zach Zales, and he shows blitz out of the 4-3 with his Bills. Here's a pitch out going to Salvin Ahmed, and he's in. Touchdown. Defense was keying on the quarterback, and Dolphins pitched it out. And Salvin Ahmed gets that touchdown. Makes it 20-14. That brings on Jason Sanders for the extra point. He nails it. And with just over 5 minutes remaining here in Miami, Dolphins have just taken a lead, 21-14 on Buffalo. Dolphins come into this game 1-1. I can't remember if I mentioned that already. Yes, I did now that I look at who their opponents were. Let's go back here and see what's going on in Tennessee. We might have a freeze there. User dropped. So that, one way or another, whether it's my freeze or theirs, is going to be a game we're going to have to get back into. That's not a problem. Bills have the ball now at their 25. Short pass to Gabe Davis. He's double teamed, no matter. Pick up a 13. And an illegal contact penalty on Miami to boot. So they double teamed him and they committed illegal contact. Josh Allen to Gabe Davis didn't care. Good for 12 yards and a first down. Buffalo now 1st and 10 at their 37. Trying to check in here. And looks like we have a fumble here on the play. Picked up by the Packers, I think. Tom Brady was sacked by Kenny Clark. Again, that's at least 2 of those. He fumbled it. Got it back. It's actually the Bucs in the red zone. Here's a screen to Fournette and incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down. They're down 17, so you might as well take the 3 while you can. Ryan Suckup drills it from 35. And with 3:54 remaining in the third quarter, The Bucks at home managed to cut it to just a 14-point deficit, 31-17 against Green Bay. Buffalo has crossed midfield. They're now at the Miami 33-yard line. 30-yard pass play. Josh Allen to Gabe Davis. And he's going right back to him here. Deep ball to Gabe Davis. And Josh Allen hits him again. Gabe Davis brings it down inside the 5-yard line. First down, Bills at the 4-yard line of Miami. 3:36 remains here. First and goal as we go check in here and get the latest game number for Titans Raiders. Everything else looking good there. And we return to game. First and goal at the 4. James Cook, the tailback here for the Bills, looking to tie this one up. Back to pass, looking short and incomplete. Nice call there by Coach Tony Telleria, both on making the pass call and as well double teaming the correct receiver as he sniffed out the attempt at Dawson Knox. That makes it second and goal at the 4 for Buffalo. Coach Zalesny leaves James Cook out there, blocking back set. Three, 4 shown here by the Dolphins. We will get out to Tennessee again in that tie game between Raiders and Titans in a bit. Second and goal at the 4, back to pass. Looking short. Diggs is the target. Incomplete. And Coach Telleria again sniffs out the call to Diggs. And that was the difference, getting it off the must run that very likely would have taken that third and goal into the end zone. So Telleria stops him again with another good defensive call. Third and goal at the 4 now. James Cook stays in the game at tailback. Now showing blitz out of the 3-4 are the Dolphins. Dolphins up by 7. Bills looking to tie it on this third down play. Bills on the day 0 for 2 on third downs. No better time than right now to get there first. And back to pass, looking short. Josh Allen is targeting Bobby Hart. And on his card, it's a must run. Allen scrambles. He gets the corner. He gets the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Zach Zalesny gets the score on the scramble from his quarterback. Tyler Bass on to put out the extra point. It's good. And with 2:42 remaining before halftime here in South Beach, the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills all tied up 21 apiece. Let's go check in Tennessee and see what's going there. All right, so we are just before halftime, and it looks like that's where we're headed here. 15 seconds to go before half. Raiders with the ball at their own 15. So I think that's where we're headed. Knotted up at a 13 tie, so maybe a good time to sneak in some halftime stats in this one. Pretty close. Tennessee outgaining them 200 to 173. Turnover-free football at this point, 5 penalties apiece, so pretty even. And as those stats would indicate, we're tied up. as it looks like we're about to head to halftime. The Raiders did try a deep pass there with 15 seconds remaining and actually got close. It was incomplete. Looks like Miami has the ball, 2nd and 3 at their own 32, 2:24 remaining. Raiders bringing out the full house, so I think that one is safely going to go to halftime at this point. So we head back to Miami. Tagovailoa back to pass, looking long, and he's got a man. 3-yard pickup to Durham Smythe. 6 on the white die. Allows him to beat his man. DeMar Hamlin is who did not make the play on that one as we reach the 2-minute warning in Miami. All tied up at 21. One of 2 tie games in the USFFL at present. So Miami now across midfield at the 42 of Buffalo. They have 2 timeouts and at the 2-minute warning right now. They'll split out 3 wide receivers. Here's a sideline pass, incomplete. Trent Sherfield was the target there. Sherfield still without a catch. Tagovailoa, 16 of 25, 222 yards so far. Raheem Mostert comes in for this 2nd and 10 play. Coach Zach Zelzny is going to operate out of the 4-3 with the Bills. Still halftime in Tennessee. Looks like we are mid-4th quarter. Green Bay, Tampa Bay, 38-17. Green Bay still doing their job there. Tagovailoa back to pass. Short, got his man. Durham Smythe again. Pickup of 11. And Miami 1st and 10 now at the Buffalo 31. And while they're setting up that play, let me come out here and let both coaches know. Almost here. Sorry, I should be paying more attention. Here we go. Just queuing that up for when that game gets close to the end, since it looks like that one's going to be ending first. And now back in Miami, short pass to Jalen Waddle. He's double teamed. And actually looks like we have a flat path. I'm sorry. Hang on 1 second here. I was reading that wrong. So we had a 7-yard pass to Durham Smythe. Every time I come back, that dude's catching another ball. Miami facing a 2-minute clock situation. They have 2 timeouts left, 1:07 on the clock. Looks like they're staring at a 2nd and 3 at the Buffalo 24. Buffalo still has 3 timeouts left. They might want to consider using them to save themselves the possibility at a time for retaliation. 2nd and 3 at the 24. Mostert's going to be the tailback here. And here's a screen to Mostert. There is a linebacker in zone, and that's going to be a pickup of 11 yards as Raheem Mostert on his wrong column I think the receiver must have been open since the defense did call pass. It is a first down pass to the 13-yard line of Buffalo. He does not get out of bounds. And let's see here. 45 seconds remain now. Buffalo, Miami tied at 21. 45 seconds left before halftime. Miami looking to go into the halftime intermission with the lead here. Defense looking pass, but it's a run. Pitch out to Mostert, and he's brought down immediately. Hitting the 5 on that running back card as Von Miller shuts that play down. Miami calls its second timeout. 37 seconds remain before half. 2nd and 10 at the Buffalo 13. So bad break on the dice there for Coach Talaria. Dolphins now splitting out 3 wide receivers. Pass blocking fullback Alec Ingold is the tailback. Tagovailoa out of the shotgun. Bills from the nickels on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Looking short. Tyreek Hill is the target and incomplete. 4-minute zone on that defensive card. Nothing doing there. Bills defense rated average against the pass. A little better than that on that play. Sets up a 3rd and 10 for the Bills. And an opportunity to hold Miami to just a field goal attempt here. Tagovailoa out of the shotgun again. Safety up close. Poyer showing blitz for the Bills. Out of the nickel. Back to pass. Tagovailoa looking short. Tyreek Hill got his man. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 13-yard TD strike in the closing moments of the first half has the Dolphins on top. 15 seconds remain. Extra point by Jason Sanders. Should make this a 7-point game. But it doesn't. Put the kibosh on that as the commish and broadcast team definitely owes a jinx there. Woo! My bad, TT. So it's 27-21 Miami as they kick off to Buffalo here. We're going to go check now on a couple other games. Starting right here. Let's see. This game is over. I might have missed my opportunity. Let's let them know. I didn't. So I just let both coaches know they're able to drop in if they want. 41-17 is your final score. Green Bay absolutely obliterates the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight. Packers with touchdowns on their first 4 possessions. After that, field goal, punt, touchdown, and downs. Just too much offense. And ironically, they only outgained them 373-323. Tom Brady had an interception. The game's only turnover. A lot of situational football to produce that score. Green Bay Packers improved to 3-0. So congratulations to Scott Mueller on a nice start to his season. Let's check in our broadcast here just to make sure we're good. We are. Let's get out to Tennessee. See what's going on here. Third quarter action here in the Music City. Titans and Raiders tied at 13. Part of a USFFL quadruple header tonight. Titans facing a 3rd and 7 at their own 38 here. Derrick Henry out. Dontrell Hilliard comes in as the tailback. 4-2-5 here by the Raiders. As we mentioned earlier, both teams are 2-0 in this matchup. Like to pass, looking short. 11 yards. Good pickup there. Ryan Tannehill hits Austin Hooper, his tight end. And the Titans now 1st and 10 at their 49. Opening possession of the second half here. Tie ball game. Little dump pass out to the right side. Good for 5 to Treylon Burks. Burks his 4th catch in this game. Second and 5, Derrick Henry is the tailback. Defense guesses run, but it's a quick right back to the tight end Hooper. It's good for field goal range for Tennessee only goes out to the 37, and it's not so good from there. So realistically, Titans need to get to the 32, another 10 yards. They're going to need this first down conversion along the way, 3rd and 1. Defense calls short yardage run D, but it's a sideline pass. Treylon Burks, man in zone, beats that man. Pick up a 23 into the red zone at the Las Vegas 19-yard line. Nice call there by Coach Pete Quagliarini. As the Titans are now in the red zone. 2 tight end formation. Derrick Henry, the tailback. Off tackle run. Derrick Henry into a pass defense. And he's brought down right away. Max Crosby with the tackle. Actually on Derrick Henry's card for 0. Off tackle wrong. Got some good gains there, but 4, 5, and 6 are all 0. And he hit that number, 2nd and 10. Same formation, Derrick Henry in the deep eye. And it's a pitch out to Henry. Defense calling pass again. Opportunity on his card. Derrick Henry, good for 5 only. Does get to a more manageable conversion opportunity here. 3rd and 5, Titans at the Vegas 14. So big defensive play here for Coach Paul Conti and the Raiders as they try to hold the Titans to a field goal try. 3 wide receivers splitting out here for Tennessee. Dontrell Hilliard, the tailback, replaces Derrick Henry. If history's our guide, I think we might see that 4-2-5 here from Coach Paul Conti. And indeed, the Raiders come out in a 4-2-5. Where the Tennessee Titans, some rough offensive pass blocking on that line. They got to be careful. Couple of 2s and a 0. And just as I say that, brought down on a sack, Bilal Nichols, his 2nd sack of the game. 4th and 10 at the 19, and the Titans are going to have to settle for that field goal attempt. And those are lower sack odds on a little quick end slant pass, but Didn't matter. Here comes the field goal attempt, and it's blocked. Blocked by the Raiders. The Titans fall on it, but a blocked field goal. And the Raiders, with an unlikely stop here, keeps this at a tie game. 9:36 remaining. Third quarter, Raiders take over at their 30. Looks like the Miami-Buffalo game is at halftime. Still 27-21 in favor of the Dolphins. Final two games of the night on this MEGACAST. First down pitch out. Josh Jacobs, he's got a short gain. And that's a good pickup of 16 yards, what you like to call a drive starter. Raiders out to the 47-yard line. Josh Jacobs, 11 carries, 51 yards in this game so far. And probably the NFL's best running back last year, so you know that card looks good. 3 short gains, a long gain, and a 30. Dotted across that end run wrong column. Raiders first and 10 at their own 47. Off tackle, right back to him, just a pickup of 3. Jacobs on his card again, not so lucky on the dice, 2nd and 7. Now at the 50-yard line. Packers beat the Buccaneers earlier, 41-17 to improve to 3-0. We presume the Seahawks beat the Falcons. Here's a second down pass, flat, and it's a first down pickup. 8 yards to Davante Adams. There is a penalty, but it's against the defense, so first down counts. Raiders first and 10 now at the Tennessee 42-yard line. Davante Adams, 7 catches, 60 yards on the game. And my old man ears happen to pick up the sound of the second half kickoff firing off in Miami. First down carry of 4 yards for Josh Jacobs sets up a 2nd and 6 at the 38. Jacobs, 34 carries, 245 yards in his first couple of appearances, weeks 1 and 2. Tennessee holding him a little more stoutly today, which reminds me, I believe they have an elite run defense. I'm going to look it up right now. Boy, look at that card on the screen. That tells you what you need to know. Titans rated excellent against the run. So Paul Conte not going to find Josh Jacobs necessarily hitting all those fun numbers he was hitting on the defensive card in the first couple weeks. 2nd and 6. Here's a screen to Davante Adams. He's got it, 10 yards. Defense doubled him, but it was with a linebacker, so that does not matter in the flats. Davante Adams. First down yardage to the Tennessee 28-yard line now. His 8th catch of this game. Tennessee has outgained the Raiders 256-213. Outrushed them 128-62. And there's a 1-yard run by Josh Jacobs as he runs into the buzzsaw that is the Tennessee defensive card and runs 0 men on 8+1. 2nd and 9. At the 27. From here, field goal is 2 through 8 and 12. And it doesn't get much better till you get to the 12-yard line. 2nd and 9, square and pass. Davante Adams incomplete. There is a penalty. It's against Tennessee. So that incompletion will be wiped away for the 5-yard encroachment penalty. 2nd and 4 at the 22. And Adams with 8 catches already and targeted again there. Coach Quagliarini might want to consider getting that safety active. I do understand the Desire to keep him deep when he is 6 rated. But Coach Paul Conte really going strong at Davante Adams. 2nd and 4 here. 2 tight end formation for the Raiders. Just on the plus side of the 20-yard line. Here's another run call off tackle to Josh Jacobs. Defense calls run and stops him. 2-yard loss. Hit the 5 on Jacobs' card. It's now 3rd down and 6 to Tennessee 24. So big play call here. High leverage in this tie game here. At the 5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 6 Raiders at the Tennessee 24. A sack that gets him back near that 32 could put him into a little bit of field goal jeopardy. Raiders split out 3 wide receivers. Carr out of the shotgun. Amir Abdullah is beside him. B-rated Yak. So Abdullah and Adams are the 2 B-rated Yak players on the field here on this crucial 3rd and 6. Titans coming out in a 3-4, choosing to keep their linebackers all on the field. Coach Quagliarini hoping to hold him at a field goal attempt here following this play call. And back to pass, looking short. Got his man. Pickup of 11 yards to Hunter Renfrow for the 3rd down conversion. You mentioned the Titans are excellent on run defense. They are very poor against the pass. That could also contribute to why we'll see less of Josh Jacobs today. Raiders 1st and 10 at the 13. Here's a run to Jacobs right up the middle on his card, and just 3. This is a bunch of short gains. Saving grace as he did stop him at the 10. That'll keep the linebackers with some coverage responsibility here on 2nd and 7. 4.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter here. Still tied at 13. With both teams 2-0, this could be a big tiebreaker game. When we start looking at that late in the season, 3 wide receivers splitting out here for the Raiders. Hunter Renfrow in the slot. Titans will stay in their 3-4. Coach Paul Conte taking his time, making this play call here. And yes, that's okay. Take your time when you need to. There's a sideline pass to Davante Adams. He's doubled, but by a linebacker, so it's a yak opportunity. He's still going to lose a couple yards. -1 on the quarterback. Davante Adams an opportunity with a B-rated yak to do something there, but lost a couple. His 9th catch, not his best one, just 68 yards total on those 9 catches, and now a 3rd and 9 for the Raiders at the Tennessee 12. So a big 3rd down here for Vegas as they're looking to break this tie standing in the end zone rather than attempting a field goal. Vegas is 5 of 11 on the day on 3rd down opportunities, 45%. Tennessee at 44%, 4 of 9, so very close on that. Raiders needing to keep up pace here on this crucial 3rd down opportunity. Jacobs the tail back behind, or I should stay beside the car in the shotgun. And back to pass, looking short. He's throwing towards Josh Jacobs, but it is intercepted in the end zone. Picked by the Titans. Kevin Byard, that 6-rated free safety we referred to earlier, makes the pick in the end zone. And the game remains tied at 13 as the Titans take over. 3:54 remaining in the third quarter. They're at their 20-yard line. We go peek in Miami, where the Dolphins still lead 27-21. Third quarter action, Buffalo driving at their own 43, 1st and 10. Buffalo's first drive of the second half, 5 plays, 14 yards, and a punt. This is the third play of their second drive. James Cook, the tailback here. Defense calls pass, but it's a draw, off-tackle draw. James Cook to the defensive card, and Cook's got it. That's going to be a short gain. Pick up a 17 yards on the play. Now at the Miami 40-yard line. And good thing Coach Talaria left a couple of linebackers in that middle zone, canceling out the box that he hit on that defensive card. That would have added even more yards. James Cook now 5 carries for yards in this game. Now back to pass. Josh Allen looking deep, going to Stephon Diggs. There is a man in zone for the Dolphins. But flushed out of the pocket, Josh Allen now looking for another target. And result is receiver and incomplete. Bobby Hart, not much doing there. Bobby Hart has one of those cards you desperately hope not to hit when you are getting that yak opportunity. Second and 10, Buffalo at the Miami 40. And here's a run by the quarterback. End run, Josh Allen going toward the edge and shut down. Wipe the play away, offensive penalty. Back him up 5 yards at 2nd and 15. Coach Zach Zale glad that it was called back since it just wiped away a 0. It went to Josh Allen's card, and literally, other than that 5, short gains on 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, just missed it. Now at the Miami 45, 2nd and 15. Miami showing nickel blitz. Allen out of the pistol. 3 wide receivers split out. Here's a slant pass. Dawson Knox is the target. And a sack on the play. Javon Holland. That's the free safety blitz that got through there. Loss of 7, and it's 3rd and 22. And that's going to get the dime defense out there for the Dolphins. 4 wide receivers splitting out now for Buffalo. And on 3rd and 22, back to pass, looking short is Josh Allen. A couple of receivers doubled, but not his target. Isaiah McKenzie is in man, flushed. So he's not going to McKenzie, going to go to the tailback. James Cook needs 22, gets a result of receiver and nothing doing, incomplete. And punt formation for the Bills. 4th and 22 at their own 48. Trailing by 6 halfway through the third quarter, the Bills will punt it back. to Miami. We go back now to Tennessee, still tied at 13 as the fourth quarter is now upon us. 14:24 remains in this game. Titans 1st and 30 after back-to-back holding penalties. Wow. 1st and 30 at the Vegas 41. So Titans had a 1st and 10 at the 21 in a tie game, and now back-to-back hold penalties. Bad break there. Coach Quagliarini mentioning it knocked him out of field goal range, and it sure did. 1st and 30, here's a run off tackle. And Derrick Henry's good for 6, beating the defensive tackle with the white die roll of 6. And needed every bit of it, beating Andrew Billings, by the way. 2nd and 24 at the Vegas 35. As we referenced earlier, real field goal range for Tennessee starts at the 32. Derrick Henry, 17 carries, 136 in this game. Stays in the game in the deep eye, 4-2-5 here by Coach Paul Conti and the Raiders. Here's a pitch out to Derrick Henry, and that's good for 7 on his card. Could have been worse. Titans needed worse. 3rd and 17 now after that run. He took a couple shots. 3rd and 17 at the 28. Raiders defense ranked poor against the run, very poor against the pass. So his defense is very similar, except that only one has a run defense, and that's Tennessee. And that's showing up here with Derrick Henry sitting on 18 carries, 143. And they're going to leave him in here on 3rd and 17. 3 wide receivers still in the game, however. Defense calls pass in the 4-1-6. It's a pitch out, Derrick Henry. And just to pick up a 2, so 4th and 15 at the 26. Little safer field goal range. Randy Bullock onto the field here for a 2 through 8 and 12 to take the lead for the Titans. The snap is there. The hold. The kick is up, and it's good. And with 12:54 remaining here in the fourth quarter, the Titans at home have opened up a 16-13 lead on the visiting Raiders. Touchback on the ensuing kickoff. Raiders take over at their 25. We mentioned the only difference between the defenses is that only one packed a run defense. Josh Jacobs, 16 carries, 60 yards. So coming in at about half as much per carry almost relative to Derrick Henry. Titans have a tough front. Jeffrey Simmons, Tier Tart, Danico Autry. First down run call, pitch out to Josh Jacobs, and he's got a short gain on his card. Nice run call, 17-yard pickup, but there is a penalty. Back it up. That's on the Raiders. 5-yard penalty. It's 1st and 15. That'll wipe away a good run there from Josh Jacobs. Sixth penalty on the Raiders in this game. 1st and 15. They'll split out 3 wide receivers now. Carr out of the shotgun. Jacobs at his side. Titans staying in the 3-4. Quick out. Tight end. Incomplete. Foster Moreau couldn't bring it in. That's 2nd and 15. And Buffalo is on the board. And it looks like it was a defensive touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa was sacked by Von Miller, who's had a couple big plays just when we've been watching, forcing a fumble. And it was picked up by Daquan Jones and run into the end zone, 14 yards for a score. Extra point was good in Buffalo. 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Now up 28-27. A 1-point lead on the strength of my jinx on the field goal or the extra point attempt by Jason Sanders. So late third quarter, Buffalo now up by 1. We'll be back for that one. We return to Tennessee. And Josh Jacobs loses a yard on his own card, 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line of Vegas. Six games broadcast today in the USFFL. Not every day we get 6 games played in one day. And when I saw that, my eyes lit up. I had to do what I had to do. Back to pass, short, incomplete. Darren Waller's the target, and Carr missed him on his card. Sets up 3rd and 11. Still 11 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter, but I know that the Raiders definitely not wanting to punt it back to Tennessee here, already down. Three wide receivers splitting out again here for Vegas. Now the Titans will drop back into that nickel. Abdullah the tailback here on 3rd down again. And Coach Paul Conte looking short and incomplete as Darren Waller was correctly double-teamed there. Nice call. Coach Quagliarini to force the punt. And the Raiders from their 35 are going to kick it back to Tennessee. A nice punt of 49 yards by A.J. Cole, and he gets a little bounce too. 54 net. And the Titans, with 10.5 to go, up by 3, 16-13, take over. 1st and 10 at their own 11. And Derrick Henry steps back into the deep eye. Defense calls run, but it's a little quick in pass to Okonkwo. And a yak opportunity for him. Good for 14. Chigoziem Okonkwo. On that catch, 1st and 10 now, out to the 25. There's another quick out pass. This one's going to Austin Hooper. And 6 yards. Tannehill on his card for positive yardage. 2nd and 4 Titans at their own 31. The Jaguars won earlier tonight to get to 3-0. Did I remember that right? I believe so. And assuming I'm right, that would mean that the Titans could tie him up at 3-0 with a win here. Derrick Henry with 0 yards. Couldn't beat the tackle on that play. So 3rd and 4. Big play here for the Titans. Henry still in the deep eye. 4-3 shown here by Paul Conte and the Raiders on defense. Henry now 20 carries on the game, but still 10 more before his fatigue level. Not even breaking a sweat till he hits 30. Big 3rd down play here. Screen goes to Henry. It's a call of pass. Linebacker in zone. Receiver opportunity. And that's good for 13 yards. That went to the wrong column because the receiver was open. It was still going to be 9 yards and a 1st down on right. There is a injury to Dwayne Harmon on the defense. And he's out for 3 more weeks. Deron Harmon out for the Raiders for 3 more games after this. So we'll check into that First and 10. Titans at their own 44 now. Deron Harmon is a free safety 5. He's a 4 against the run. Going to be replaced by a 0-4 for 3 weeks, so a big injury. First down run for Derrick Henry of 5 yards. Second down and 5 now near midfield at their own 49-yard line of the Titans. 7:48 and counting here in the fourth quarter as the clock starting to become a factor in this tight AFC contest. Good call on offense, sideline pass. Treylon Burks, it's good for 7 and a first down. Caught the defense guessing run. Rolled a 6 on the wide die to get to the defensive 0-man column, but just a 7-yard gain. So it could have been worse. First down, nevertheless, into Vegas territory at the 44-yard line. Seventh play of this drive. Raiders desperately needing to get a stop here. Here's another look-in pass to Chigozie Okonkwo. Defense did call pass. 6 on the white die, though. Gets that to 0 men and a 10-yard completion to Okonkwo. Ryan Tannehill hits his man for the 5th time. 67 yards through the air for Okonkwo today. And it's first and 10 at the Vegas 34. Here's an off-tackle run to Derrick Henry and a 6-yard pickup. 2nd and 4. Nice call by the defense there. Coach Paul Conti looking for run, but it went to the defensive card. And Derrick Henry goes over 156 yards now. 2nd and 4 at the Vegas 28. Now 6 minutes and counting left in the fourth quarter here. Once again, short yardage call defense. It's another flat pass to Burks again. This time it's a receiver result, and he gets 8. Once again, that is another play that could have been much worse, but Titans get the 8-yard gain, and they're now into the red zone. First and 10 at the Vegas 20. Raiders defense desperately needing to keep them out of the end zone here. 5:42 and counting. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. There's an off-tackle run. Derrick Henry, he's got into the secondary and he's gone. Snake eyes on the defensive card and a 20-yard touchdown for Derrick Henry. Now 23 carries, 176 in the game. 2 touchdown runs as the Titans take the lead. 22-13. Extra point is good. And the Titans extend to a 10-point lead, 23-13. The ensuing kickoff is a touchback. If there's good news for Vegas is that touchdown happened quickly enough. There's still over 5 minutes remaining and 3 timeouts. So they have time. But they are down 10. They need 2 scores and they need them quick. Derrick Henry, like his Raiders counterpart, are also over 200 yards rushing before today started. Added another 176 so far in this game. Raiders now going to have to operate with a little pace. First and 10 at their 25. Car out of the shotgun here. 3 wide receivers split out. And on first down, despite the 3 wide receivers split out, Titans keep 4 linebackers on the field, 3-4 defense. And back to pass, looking deep and incomplete. Mac Hollis was the target, and credit to Coach Quagliariti as He had the linebacker double teaming that receiver. It was incomplete regardless. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Carson going to now nickel on 2nd and 10 from the Titans. Back to pass, short and incomplete. Carr again. Can't find it on his card. 3rd down and 10 here for the Raiders. At their own 25 with 4:48 to go. They're down 10. I don't know if they don't get a first down here. I'm not sure it's 4-down territory. Down 10, I might punt from here. In Miami, the Dolphins are up after a field goal, 30-28, but the Bills are on the doorstep here. 1st and goal at the 9. Early 4th quarter action. Bills down by 2, but looking to take the lead. We've switched to Miami temporarily. Back to pass. Josh Allen looking short. He's got his man. Touchdown Bills. 13:48 to go in Miami. The Buffalo Bills. Touchdown pass from Josh Allen to Gabe Davis of 9 yards. And the extra point from Tyler Bass is going to make this, I think, a 5-point game. No, 2. So 34-30, Bills up, going for 2. James Cook is the tailback in the deep I, blocking back set. 3-4 here by the Dolphins. Bills trying to extend to a 6-point lead here. And it's a key on the quarterback, Allen, but it's a run to the tailback. James Cook up the middle on the defensive card. He still gets in, and it's a 2-point conversion for the Bills. And that's going to make the score over there, as that game just shut down on me, so I'll have to open it again. But that's going to make the score over there 36-30 Buffalo. Titans with the ball and driving now. 3rd and 5. They're at the Vegas 26. So time running out on the Raiders here. All right, just let both coaches know they're invited to join later on. No pressure. 3rd and 5 here. So this is probably a last stand here for the Raiders almost. Got to get the stop here. And he can't. Sideline pass to Treylon Burks is a short gain on Tannehill's car. Pick up a 17 and 1st and goal for the Titans. 2:42 remains, and they're starting to make this. Well, actually, you think about if I'm the Raiders here, you just got to think about stopping it to a field goal attempt, and then I got to still believe, especially with a breakaway running back. You never know what might happen. Tannehill, 27-35, 252 in this game. No touchdowns, no interceptions. That was Treylon Burks' 10th catch, rookie with 103 yards. And on 1st down, defense gets his pass. It's a run off tackle, and Derrick Henry gets 6 more. 2nd and goal at the 3. Raiders take their first time out. Let's find that Miami game number again. That's it. I'll be jumping out there in just a second here. Full house now for the Titans. Raiders show the 4-3 here. And they key the wrong running back. It's Derrick Henry. Off tackle wrong on his card. Into the end zone. Derrick Henry with his third touchdown gallop of the day. 25 carries, 185. And just before the 2-minute warning here in Tennessee, the Titans have opened up a 3-score lead on the Raiders. 30-13. So it looks like the Titans will join the Jaguars atop the AFC South with 3-0 records. And let's go ahead and get that Miami game a-cracking again. Because tonight is MEGACAST night, and that means we're not done until you're done. And we're back. 36-30 Buffalo, and they got the ball back, too. There's a short pass to Stephon Diggs. And with 4 men in the zone, incomplete. That was an interception split roll that Josh Allen escaped. Just over 11 minutes remain there. Let's go ahead and get this up. And then I'd like to look at this ball possession. I kind of wanted to see what happened to Miami. Yeah, their last drive was 4 plays, 27 yards. They got 1 first down and punted it right back to Buffalo. So Buffalo defense made a big stop here in the early fourth quarter. They're up by 6. They have a 3rd and 10 at the 20. So an opportunity here to get a first down and extend this drive, run some more clock. 3 wide receivers split out. Gabe Davis in the slot. Nickel blitz shown here by the Dolphins. Josh Allen back to pass, looking short. That's good. 14 yards to Stephon Diggs. His 5th catch of the game. And if you're on the broadcast with me, you saw that card. Dolphins pass defense can't be very good. They're rated good against the run and indeed very poor against the pass. There are no real incompletions just staring at, blank spots on that card. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Quite a few of the teams that we are covering tonight rate very poor in pass coverage or run coverage or both. That's the challenges we have to fight through sometimes. First down pass play for the Bills again. Once again, Josh Allen is targeting short to Stephon Diggs, but he is going to be forced to run with it and brought down, sacked on the play, and a fumble as well. Although it looks like, wait a minute, no fumble. I stand corrected. That was one of those weird screening glitches where the roll stopped on the fumble for a second, and then it said, nah, never mind. Still a 1-yard loss on the bad must-run roll, sacked by Jerome Baker. 2nd and 11 Buffalo at their own 33. Close game here in the AFC East. Miami 393 yards, Buffalo 392 yards. Here's an end run call to Josh Allen and a short game pickup. Josh Allen gets 13 yards and first down out to the 46-yard line now. Josh Allen, if you're listening and not watching, short gains 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, as well as plus 36 on Boxcar. And if you think that's bad, he still, after 7 runs, he still has 7 more before his fatigue level. Ugh, brutal. I have this team coming up soon. James Cook, the tailback here on 1st and 10. Back in Tennessee, Titans with the ball. Running out a 30-13 lead. I've already told those coaches they're welcome to show up. Let's leave it here so I can see the final. First down run for 3 yards by James Cook, 2nd and 3. Now into Buffalo. Buffalo now at their own 49. Run pass ratio, Josh Allen, 39 passes on the day. 9 runs by the tailback, 7 more by Josh Allen. So 39-16. Not criticizing, just checking. And on 2nd and 7, deep ball to Stephon Diggs. Man in zone, goes to the defensive card. Split roll chance, just missed it. Stephon Diggs had a plus 30 opportunity. 2 through 5, 11, and 12. He 6. Big stop for the Miami defense. Sets up a 3rd and 7. And an opportunity for the Miami defense to get off the field at midfield. That's pretty important here. They're down by 6. Only 8:42 remains in this game. Josh Allen operating out of the pistol. 3 wide receivers split out. Dolphins showing blitz out of the nickel. And Allen back to pass, looking short to his tailback. Got his man, 12 yards, James Cook. Brought down by Xavier Howard, but not until 1st down yardage. Bills now at the Miami 39-yard line. And Tyler Bass's field goal range goes out to the 39 at a 2 through 5. And he's only 1 range away from a 2 through 9 and 12. So Bills looking good here. Look, in the 4th, there's a draw. And James Cook gets through into the secondary. Pick up a 24 on his card. Inside the 20, down to the 15 for Buffalo. Bills on the road, putting pressure on Miami here. On the verge of going up by 2 scores. Still 7:48 remains here in the 4th quarter. Allen back again. But he's flushed. Here comes a flat pass to a less than ideal receiver. +2 with a yak opportunity, and it's going to stay at +2. Bobby Hart. Unable to pick up anything extra there. Bills now 2nd and 8 at the Miami 13. James Cook, the tailback. I wonder if we might see a Josh Allen sprint toward the corner again. 3-4 here from the Dolphins. And no, back to pass is Josh Allen. He's looking short, but he's flushed. Little flat pass, flush to the tailback, James Cook. 6 on the white die, and he gets a 7 roll, so it stops him 1 yard short. Had that 0-man column, but a 3 roll is just a 7-yard gain, and it's 3rd and 1 Buffalo at the Miami 6. Josh Allen now 25 of 43 for 313 yards in this game and 2 touchdowns. So a good game from him. On the verge of putting his team up by 2 scores on the road in the division. Cook in the deep eye. Josh Allen under center. Here's a sneak to Allen attacking a 0 nose guard. Defense called run, and he's brought down for a 1-yard loss. Josh Allen, linebuck right on his card, rolls a 10, loses a yard, and it's 4th and 2 at the 7. 6:18 to go, and up by 6. You got to take this field goal and make it a 2-score game and 9 points. And that's what Coach Zach Zales is going to do. In comes Tyler Bass for the 24-yard attempt, and he puts it through. 6 minutes exactly remains here in Miami. Home team now trailing 39-30. Patriots still 2-0 and lead the division. The Bills are 0-2, but a win here would get them to 1-2, tie them with the Dolphins, and they'd have the tiebreak. Dolphins have the kind of team, though, that can score quickly. Three wide receivers split out. Tua Tagovailoa out of the shotgun. Bills out of the nickel, back to pass, looking short, and it's Trent Sherfield, the target, incomplete. Bills double teamed with big names, Waddle and Tyreek Hill on that play. Tony Tilleria dialed up to receiver number 3. Receiver result rolls 11. 12 was a long gain, so just missed it. 2nd and 10. Miami needed to pick up the pace here. Here's a screen to Mostert, and it's picked off. 2-men in zone. Coach Zach Zales double zone, and it is intercepted. There is a penalty, but it is against the offense. Holding on Miami is declined, and the big turnover. Tagovailoa is intercepted. 2 men in the zone. Zales gets the right call to double the right zone, and 3 on the defensive card at just the right moment. May have just sealed it for Buffalo. Miami can keep them into a 2-score game if they can just keep them out of the end zone here. Sideline pass, Stephon Diggs. That's incomplete. Diggs was also doubled. So a good call there, touche, from Coach Tony Tilleria on defense. Didn't get the same dice opportunity that his opponent did. Not 3rd and 7 here. Let me close this game. That finished as a 30-13 victory. Second and 10, Buffalo, back to pass, looking short. Got his man, 17 yards, Dawson Knox. Receiver wrong on his card. 1st and 10, Bills now at the 13-yard line. And here's an off-tackle run. James Cook is going to lose 3 yards. On the defensive card, he missed short gain on 7 and 8 by rolling a 6 and lost a trio there. 2nd and 13. Now under 4 minutes remain in Miami. Miami down 9 and desperately needing to hold Buffalo to a field goal attempt here. James Cook, Buffalo tailback now, 10 carries, 120 on the game. And he gets the call here again, off tackle. And this time he's brought down. No gain there. Was looking for a blocking back and couldn't get a block from Reggie Gilliam to beat the 5 on the wide die. So 3rd and 13 for Buffalo. At the 16-yard line of Miami. For all intents and purposes, a touchdown here would end it. I wonder if we might see that Josh Allen and run. He is in the pistol here, but he's back to pass. And Allen looking short again. But he's flushed. Needs 13. Flush pass to James Cook out of the backfield. And incomplete. And that helps Miami reserve timeouts. They still have 2. 4th and 13 at the 16-yard line of Miami. So a 33-yard field goal attempt coming up here for Tyler Bass. .33-yard chip shot by Bass is good. And with 2:42 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Miami at home now trails by 12. Buffalo on top, 42-30. Ensuing kickoff for Miami, brought out to the 23-yard line. And they'll start there. Mike Gesicki out of the game here. So no need for a tight end. 4 wide receivers splitting out here from Miami. Dime defense here from Buffalo, protecting a 12-point lead. Tagovailoa out of the shotgun. And he's looking deep. And going to Trent Sherfield, incomplete. Just missed his numbers on his card. Tagovailoa with a long gain on 8 and a plus 28 at 9. So those are fairly well-located numbers. 2nd and 10, though, after that incompletion. Both quarterbacks over 300 yards passing in this shootout. Once again, 4 wide receivers splitting out here. And Tua Tagovailoa back to pass, looking deep and incomplete. And double team there from the Bills was the difference. The target was Tyreek Hill. And a double by the linebacker is what put that to the double team column and saved a long gain. So nice call there by Coach Zach Zalesny at the right time. Brings up a 3rd and 10 as we reach the 2-minute warning here in Miami. Dolphins desperately trying to make up 12 points. 42-30 Buffalo. Tagovailoa again out of the shotgun. And back to pass, looking deep again, complete. That one went to the defensive card, 2-minute zone. It's going to bring up 4th down. So desperation time here in Miami. I would expect they'll go for this if they don't get it. Once again, 4 wide receivers spread out here. 3-2-6 dime here by the Bills. And a 4th down square out pass, and it's going to get 7 yards. Brought down just short of the 1st down. Von Miller with another big play for a turnover on downs, as he seems to have been all over the field when I've been connected tonight. And he gets the big play here. Buffalo takes over at the Miami 30 with a 12-point lead in less than 2 minutes to go. Miami can only stop the clock once. 1st down run goes nowhere for Nyheim Hines. And Miami burns timeout number 1. Bills out of the full house again. And on 2nd and 10, it's another run up the middle to Nyheim Hines. And even into the teeth of a short yardage defense, he gets 6 and a face mask on Miami to boot. And an injury, by the way. That is going to do it, technically. The face mask stops the face mask stops the clock. 1.5 minutes to go. Injury to Cater Koa, who I got to look at that on the defense. Josh Allen takes a knee. And Miami burns their final timeout. And Cater Koa, who is a right cornerback 4, injured for Miami. They do have a 4 that can replace him in those situations. And he'll be available next week anyway, as will everybody from Miami with the exception of Christian Wilkins, who's a defensive tackle. And it looks like the Bills will be without tailback Devin Singletary for one more week. Josh Allen takes a knee again. And he should only have to do that one more time. And this one will go final. For the record, I should mention, Bills are inside the 15. I mean, listen, the only time I would ever run up the score on somebody in this situation is division. Listen, division opponents, sometimes points matter. They just can. So I'd consider it. Be advised. I'm not going to hate on you if you do it to me. Looks like Zach Zalesny plans to join us. You hear that? As coach gets his first win tonight. Waiting on the final 37 seconds to tick off here. You did a great job, and you can quote me. Somebody says that. Olins, Tony Teleria. Brother Tony, I just love you. I just noticed that you are, when you type, it comes and says old and slow. Nothing but love for you, TT. Final score here out of Miami. Teleria did suffer a loss. Buffalo with the big win. 42-30 on the road in Miami. As they improve to 1-2, Miami falls to 1-2. Both teams ahead of the Jets, who are at 0-2, and both teams a game and a half behind the Patriots, who are undefeated at 2-0. We'll pull up the box score here. Keep an eye for the winning coach, who has said he'll make an appearance. Getting his congratulations from Coach Teleria. Josh Allen, 26 of 46, 330 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. 469 yards of offense for Buffalo to 400 for Miami. Both teams had a fumble. Miami also had an interception. We looked earlier at the balance by the Buffalo offense. It was actually even less for Miami. 48 pass attempts for Tagovailoa. Total of 15 carries by the running backs. By the way, I'm absolutely not saying that's a problem. I didn't watch most of this game. You never know how things go. Yeah, Devin Singletary, that's right. All right, so we're still on the lookout here for Coach Zalesny. Oh, I missed a Miss Pete. I'm so sorry. My bad. All right, so we have team summaries. We're still waiting to hear from Zach. I'll see if I can't. Where's that join link? It's right here.
in case he does happen to be struggling to find it. Oh, there he is. And we do indeed welcome Zach Zalesny to the broadcast. How we doing tonight, Zach?
Hey, Tim. Pretty good. Happy to have won finally.
Yeah, 2 weeks for you in a row coming on the show. Glad to see you, man. Congratulations on your first win of the season. How about that, right?
Took me a little too long, but I'll take it.
Yeah, well, anytime you get a division win on the road, you got to take it, especially when it's your first win of the season. And really, it puts you in a not too bad situation. I was looking at it. You're now tied with Miami, and you have the tiebreak, so that helps. You haven't played. Have you played New England yet?
No.
I'm trying to remember. No, right?
I don't think so. I don't believe so. No.
So yeah, you still got it. You still got some time to put this together. Keep an eye on New England, obviously, but getting a win over Miami there is big for the tiebreaks too. What did you find that was working for you as well?
Well, I was getting more in the pass game than I have been, more just in my offense in general. I've always struggled with my run game is just pretty terrible. And so then my pass game becomes way too predictable. But we'll see how the season continues. But I think I'm figuring out my run game a little bit. Although my running back
I saw you
hurt.
calling Josh Allen on some run there. And, man, I was actually looking ahead knowing I've got a play you coming up. And he still had some available to him as well. So, we'll have to be on the lookout for that. He is a dangerous weapon to have that kind of a card and so many runs available to him.
Yeah, he's got that one end run card that if it's guessed wrong, it's like all short gains. So
yeah, and Mahomes has a card that's almost that good, but not quite. But more importantly, I can only run it 3 times before Mahomes is fatigued, and you can just kind of pepper a defense with that. So it makes him real dangerous, and so that's going to be interesting to see you, play that out as the season goes on. Who do you have this coming week? Let's take a look. Let's see. You are now on the road for the third time in 4 weeks. You are heading off to Baltimore in week 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that'll be a tough game. John runs a good ship there.
I seem to be better against better in high scoring games than low scoring games. So
yeah, Bills are kind of like that, and maybe that's an indication that if you're in low scoring games with the Bills, it's probably at a time when the offense is struggling. Good to see you put up 42 points tonight, 469 yards to boot.
Yeah, I've never been good on defense, so I just need to score more. Is basically how it usually goes.
Yeah, it looks like a little over 200 yards receiving for Waddle and Tyreek Hill. But they're going to get theirs in this offense. You got to figure that. So.
Yeah, he hit a couple long passes, but it was those short passes that killed me.
Yeah,
the flat passes. I don't know how to defend those well without taking my safety out of the zone.
The flat passes?
Yeah, because when I try to double team them, then I just open the zone back up, and you can't double team on the short passes.
Yeah, not only that, when you double with a linebacker, it doesn't really do much either. So if it goes to the flat, so you really are reduced to kind of in the flats, doubling with the safety, which of course creates the problems that we don't, like you say. And you've got a 6-rated safety back there. I know you're not going to want to pull that guy out if you don't have to, but sometimes that's the only way to double in the flats if they really want to hit it, particularly if they're going to tailbacks and tight ends.
I have a question for you actually about my defense. I have my defense is the default 4-3.
Okay.
So I've found that whenever I play a 3-3-5, I mean, except for on a long third down, I'm always going to play a 3-3-5 pretty much. But if I switch out of a 4-3 on a
you
first
said
or second
3-2-5.
down,
Do you mean a 4-2-5?
No, on a third down, I'll play a 3-3-5 defense.
A 3-3-5. Okay.
Yeah. But on first and second down, I don't know exactly what this means, but my defense is a standard 4-3. So that's what it wants me to play. And when I switch out of that, sometimes, late game, if I'm losing or whatnot, I want to switch to a 3-3-5 on first and second down. But then it seems like I will just get cooked on the run no matter what. Even if I try to play someone up on the line to defend the run, it'll just default back and say, nope, you switched your line. And
sure.
Always gets wrong.
I have. So as you know, as many have heard me say over the years, I'm happy and proud to acknowledge that I am not among the elite when it comes to rules understanding and comprehension. So all I can oftentimes, so many of the rules understanding that I have is things that I know sort of what it does. I don't know the mechanics behind it. So for example, I know that when you switch from your 4-3 to a 3-3-5 nickel, the fact that you've done that creates some more run opportunities up the middle. Linebacker, and I think off tackle too. I don't know if that's a box that creates that or what. I can't remember all the machinations. They could just quote you, but certainly going to a 3-3-5 does that. The way to avoid that, as I understand it, you could avoid that by switching to a 4-2-5, which keeps the 4 linemen up front. But the disadvantage there is you're vacating that middle linebacker. And now you've got to either pull the free safety down to pull into that zone, or if he's keeping in a 2 wide receiver set, I think you can then oftentimes pull the safety out of the short pass in down in that middle. But really, that's really kind of the dilemma that you have. And it's the same dilemma I have. And there are variables. Sometimes I go many games and not roll out a 4-2-5. And I know last week I rolled it out a bunch. It just kind of depends on, I don't know, variables that I'm looking at when I'm thinking about having to cover that middle zone, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I've struggled with, I don't understand it completely because it doesn't seem like having 4 linemen does much even for me in the run game.
Yeah, any of those things that are pluses and minuses are, they're there to be hit occasionally. So yeah, they're not going to be all over the place. It's no different than the role of defender on defense. You're only going to get it on a 7, but when you get it, you're sure glad you had that 6 in the zone. So.
Right. Okay. I just wasn't sure if there was like some benefit that I was not, cashing in on that I was unaware.
No, yes, if you go to the nickel, it can hurt the run defense some for sure, but that certainly shouldn't be a message to preclude you from doing that. And I know that.
Yeah, I do.
It just depends on, again, it's like I said, there's just so many variables to look at. I know I had a game recently where Chris Jones was better attacking the center for pass blocking. So I ended up covering a lot of run through the nickel just so I could have him over the center and just kind of took my lumps on the run.
That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I'm not so smooth on right now, but I'll have to figure out.
That's okay.
Like I have Von Miller
there's still so much to know for all of us, most of us anyway, me for sure. So
yeah, I have Von Miller right now, and I want to learn how to blitz well with him, but I'm still figuring it out.
Well, one key is that I would say is keep in mind. So Von's an outside linebacker, so oftentimes he's going to be in coverage responsibility on like halfbacks, that kind of thing. Sometimes a second tight end and a 2 tight end formation. I've seen that as well. And so the main thing that I would say when you're blitzing those outside linebackers is to watch out for that coverage responsibility, because it took me a while to realize from a rules perspective that if I blitz my best linebacker outside and he has coverage responsibility, coach will recognize doing that. They'll recognize that I like to do that in blitz situations and make sure to target the guy he's supposed to cover. So now if Von Miller is supposed to cover Alvin Kamara gets a result of receiver on a flat pass, Miller's not there. It goes right to the wrong column, even though the defense called pass. And so that's the number one thing to watch for when you're kind of peppering your defense with some blitzing. In my experience.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Hey, bottom line.
Come on and ask questions after games. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Always happy to help. And that goes for everybody. And it's not just me, guys. Listen, Anthony's happy to answer. Dennis, there's lots of guys in this league that know the rules so much better than me. I'm happy to just kind of share with you what I know and happy to admit what I don't. So,
I have one more question, actually.
Yeah, go.
Where do I find the rules?
Oh, you know what? I'll send you a link to them when I get done with the broadcast here. It's just a link that I found, and I might even post it out for everybody. But they're online basically. You could
Okay.
order it from them, but they change them so often. I just found a link that always has their most latest update of rules and go off that. So I'll share that out with you here in a little bit. That's not a problem.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you
Appreciate
bet.
that.
Congratulations on your big win tonight. You're right back in the AFC race, buddy.
Appreciate it.
All right. Good luck next
good
week.
night.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, you too.
Take care. All right, we're going to sign off here, everybody. That's it for the USFL tonight. 6 games broadcasted today. I need a break and maybe a shower. Thanks for watching, everybody. USFFL rolls on tomorrow.